Well, hello, everybody. How is everybody today? Welcome to Three Crones and the Woo Woo. I am your Dragon Slayer Crone, Miss Gayle Nicholson with Creative Command Coaching and Consulting. To my side, I have Miss Krista Ducharme with Dimensional Healing with Krista on Facebook. And as always, of course, supporting us from below, Miss Damaris Samolinski with Ask the Genie with Damaris Samolinski. Hi, ladies. How was your Halloween?
It was okay. Mine was okay. Not too many kids.
I had no kids. It was the first, actually, this is probably the saddest Halloween I have ever had. I didn't dress up. First time I ever can remember not dressing up for Halloween in my 52 years of existence. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, but yesterday it's different because we live in this little tiny community. And of course I live in the Netherlands. So they don't really celebrate Halloween. And some pockets.
I was going to ask about that. I would imagine, like England would celebrate it.
Well, that's where it comes from actually Scotland and Ireland is where it comes from. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And then I being that religion itself isn't that big in the Netherlands, I would imagine they didn't celebrate All Saints Day and All Hallows Eve and
So, but here's what's really funny. In Germany, right across the border, everything was closed today because it's All Saints Day.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a really interesting. Okay, that wasn't supposed. I'm trying to pull our stuff up so I can share it. I hate it when that happens.
Halloween.
Was that me?
This voice.
No, that wasn't you. That was somebody else that popped up. I have no clue. I'm that isn't who I'm supposed to be watching right now.
It was spooky.
Gotcha. I have no clue.
We had some kids here more than either of you for sure. But we kind of decided at the last minute to throw everything together, and it really looked good. I did a cute little costume, and we probably had about 150 kids.
Wow, that's a lot.
We ended up actually even closing early, and then I left and went someplace else for a little while, and I could see that there were still droves of kids that were coming up because in the neighborhood that we're in, there's like an access road and then 4 streets that branch off from it. So people were just like zigzagging up the hill, and we're the last street. So not all of them got here before we closed up shop. But it was great, and it didn't rain until after we closed up, and all things were great.
Yeah.
I want to say a quick hello and thank you to Hair Bear, who upgraded his Patreon level today from citrine to amethyst. Thank you so much. And you can do that too. All you got to do is go and sign up with us with Patreon. If you're already a citrine level member, you can upgrade your pledge to amethyst level and get the amethyst perks like meeting with us every 2 weeks to prepare for the full moon and the new moon. So go ahead.
I was going to say it's next week we meet again. Yes. For our Moon and Woo on Monday. So heads up, Moon and Woo Monday, everybody.
Yep, every other Monday essentially. We do just before the new moon and just before the full moon to let you know how you can best prepare for whatever phase is not the right word, but wherever that placement is of that new moon or that full moon. What house it's in, what might be affecting it as far as the other planets, and how best to use that energy to have the life that you want to have. So I invite you all to either join up or upgrade. Now, that said, this is a very, very, very special day for all of us. I know that it's already November 1st. October kind of got away from us a little bit, but October is a huge, huge month for three crones in the woo-woo. Not just because, some of our lovely people have their birthdays in this month, but because Three Crones itself has its birthday in October. And about 2 years ago now, this little event happened where we kind of were all brought together by this fantastic redhead that I'm going to add to the room right now. So thank you, Joanne, for joining us today. Hi.
Hello, everyone. I'm super excited to be here.
We are glad you are here as well, because without your impetus, none of this would have begun. She's in the kindest way possible. Joanne is a little shit starter, and then she runs off and does other things.
I wouldn't be here without her either.
Right? Exactly.
That's it.
So, with integrity, Joanne brought us Damaris, who has been a wonderful fit ever since then. So how are you doing, Joanne?
I am doing amazing. Lots of things going on behind the scenes. And behind the scenes, even things that I'm not aware of just yet. But yes, very excited to see how things are unfolding.
That's awesome. That is wonderful. Now, I know that you have been going through a huge transition in how you do business this year. And I'm really excited for you because we're pulling out of the storefront type of space of being and becoming galactic in the internet and doing your services over the internet and in that way. So tell us a little bit more about what you're creating right now as far as your new way of doing business and of being.
Oh my God. In fact, before I came on today, I'm in the midst of creating a 12-week astrology course that I'm launching as we speak, in addition to so many other things, because it would not be a normal day in my life if I was just focused on one thing. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder, how do I manage with all the different tasks that I do and to keep track of everything I am doing? I mean, I literally have 4 notebooks open right now with different things that I'm working on. Articles, courses, you name it, I'm actually doing it. And really trying to get used to this whole idea of a virtual service, and more importantly, literally working at a home as opposed to getting up every morning, getting myself ready, getting into the car and driving to a location, where now I just basically get up out of bed, literally roll out of bed and get myself together for my first client, and the rest of my day just continues to go as. But it's quite an interesting journey. And for me, it's a scary journey because my personality, my characteristic is really about, I like to know what's going on. And up until this year, I've always had a really, really clear view of what I was doing. And it feels as though in the last give and take, we'll just say the last 10 months, why not, that rug has been ripped from under me of not knowing. This is the first time ever in my life that I have friggin' no idea. I really need a map right now in reference to a GPS saying, okay, well, now you have to go this way. Now you go this way. No, don't get off yet. You go this way. And it's really? Yeah, so it's interesting. It's mysterious. It's exciting. But at the same time, because of my personality, I'm sitting at the edge of my chair trying to figure out, okay, I'm going to trust this process and hope that I made the right decision by closing my brick and mortar of 21 years to work virtually. So let's all keep our fingers crossed and hope there's some really great things coming for me.
Absolutely. We definitely see you stepping into amazing things that you don't even realize are coming yet. Isn't it funny about the GPS system, guides protection system, that they only let you know the next turn? and they only let you know the next turn after that. There's, you don't get that button to go, okay, give me the whole list. Where am I headed? And where's my destination? They just give you turn by turn. This is the next right thing to do. But exactly. I know one of the next right things to do for you, I saw recently on the internet, is teaming up with this lovely lady who has been a dear supporter, sponsor, cheerleader all the way along. So I would love to welcome Sue Paquin to the conversation. Hi, Mama.
Hey. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
And happy All Saints.
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome stuff. So, Miss Sue,
yes.
Tell us a little bit about what you and Joanne are doing together.
I only can say this one thing. It's a good thing she and I don't live in the same town. Because y'all be seeing us on the news. Well, apparently it's Joanne's mother that we have to thank. She put a seed in Joanne's head, and Joanne reached out to me and said, so my mom thinks you and I should do this. And I'm like, let's do it. Let's do it.
That way, isn't she?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think my mother plays a huge role in everything. I can't even just say some things, but in everything, my mom plays a huge role in all of my adventures and every single thing I've done in the last 11 years since her crossing.
Yep. So we are going to do a holiday shop a thing. I don't know if we've given it a name yet. We're waiting. I'm sure somebody will tell us the right name.
There you go.
To be Joanne, you say the date because I, for some reason, get it like turned around.
Oh, okay. Well, now she puts me on the spot. I did say I had like 100 notebooks sitting here. Yes.
It's 11:22, ladies. 11:22.
22.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome.
That is one of the dates. I'm going to actually pull out all the dates because what we're actually doing is we're going to go live leading up to the actual event of the actual Zoom.
Oh.
Yes.
So let me just pull out those dates because those dates are extremely important. And as I said, I do have like 5 notebooks, in action. Interesting enough, I'm able to find it really quickly. Thank you, Mom.
Nice.
So as we mentioned, November 22nd is the actual holiday party where we're all going to come together in Zoom. We're going to be able to see each other in what we call real time. And then leading up to that starts on November 15th, 11 a.m., November 17th, 8 p.m., November 20th, 5 p.m. All of this is going to be on Facebook, where we're going to, Sue and I are basically Sue. I'm just more there just to support her and guide her on. Sue's going to be showing all of her beautiful, beautiful pieces of jewelry. And anyone interested in purchasing that particular day, there'll be special prices and specific items that will be available only on that day. So it's not as though the items that she's going to show, let's say on the 15th, are going to be available on the party. So it's specifically for specific days each day. So Sue and I do encourage you to come join us on all of the days. And then, of course, join us for the actual real-time party on the holiday party, the 22nd. 11:22, because you all know how I like master numbers.
Awesome.
That's Ada's one of our followers. That's her birthday also.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Ada.
Ada.
Yes.
Nice. Happy early birthday to her. And as I was saying to Sue regarding that particular date, that's my parents' anniversary.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. Which is why I had said to Sue, you know what? I think we should have it on the 22nd. And she goes, yeah. I said, my mom is like shouting with her confetti saying 22nd it is. So that's how we sort of pulled all the dates together.
Nice.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'll have to, you know what? I have nothing to write. I do have stuff to write with, but hold on. I'm going to reach. Here we go. Because what I was going to do is I was trying to post it so everybody could see the dates again. So you said November 15th at 11 a.m.?
Yes.
And then what was the next date?
November 17th, 8 p.m.
17th, 8 p.m.
November 20th, 5 p.m.
November 20th, 5 p.m.
And then November 22nd. Sue, do you have that time? Because I know I messaged you.
Yes, you said 11 to 1.
Thank you.
Okay, so 11 to 1, and that's on a Zoom. So that's special invitation.
Yes.
Or that, yeah.
Yes, there will be a Zoom link set up and sending it out. I will, as we do on Facebook, I will set up a party event and send that out. And whoever's interested can definitely join. The more the merrier.
And it's on your page, right?
Yes, it will be on my page. Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought I'll put that out right now.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
And eventually I'm going to get myself in that creative space so I can create a flyer, unless, of course, any one of you want to volunteer.
We all have a lot going on right now.
All right. I'll take it back. I'll put it onto my lap and no worries.
So much going on.
Yes.
So that's absolutely wonderful. I love that everybody's like still doing stuff together in various different incarnations. I love it. Fantastic. And thank you both so much for being here today and for your support over these last 2 years. Literally, we could not have done this without you. So thank you for always being part of the Three Crones and the Woo Woo family.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, my ladies, we are going to move along with the next segment here. Please feel free to stick around and enjoy the show. But Miss Damaris has something to talk about.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to talk about the 25th, we had the solar eclipse in Scorpio, because the one that's coming, which is the lunar eclipse on the 8th, which is next week, actually on our day show, we'll have that day will be our show as well, an election day. Crazy. A lot of crazy. But the solar eclipse in Scorpio is really, when I look at that eclipse, it's really trying to help each and every one of us like rise like the phoenix, right? It's supposed to help us get rid of everything that doesn't serve us, so it doesn't weigh us down, and that we can rise like the phoenix. That energy is a masculine energy, by the way, and it's supposed to help us become fearless. As you have said in the past, we could have fear and still move forward in whatever it is we have to do. So we have to become courageous and bold. Scorpio is another thing that I noticed about Scorpio. Scorpio is in the 8th house. The 8th house has to do with inheritance, but inheritance is not just like what we inherit from our family. It's also inheriting the earth. And so we're going into 1,000 years of peace. What is the role that we're taking in this new fifth dimensional reality, right? How are we going to inherit the earth as a human race? What are we going to do about it, right? As you guys know, the world has experienced so much evil, so much. And now it's time to clear it up, to heal the planet and heal ourselves. If we sit back and expect someone else to do it, it's not going to get done. We have to, each of us has to take that step and move forward in whatever role it is we're playing in this life, in this incarnation, and just do it. Just take it on and do it. And so that energy of the eclipse, of the solar eclipse in Scorpio, was meant to bring us into that awareness. Now, some of us will, some people won't. I know I have. I know that since that day, I've been having a different mindset. If it's not me, then who? If it's not now, then when? The time is now, and it's me. If I don't take that role that I came to play, who's going to play it for me? And it's the same thing that I'm sending out to everybody, you guys and everybody else listening. Whatever role you came to play, it's time to play it. And it's not, a lot of the times we're like not confident in ourselves and what we need to do, but That's also a mindset that we need to get rid of. That's one of the things that we have to get rid of, is that old mindset, or somebody else telling you that you're not going to make it. We have to get rid of that as well. The lunar eclipse in Taurus is directly in opposition to the Scorpio eclipse, right? That we had on the 25th. The lunar eclipse is ruled by, since it's Taurus, it's ruled by Venus. Venus is the feminine energy. We definitely have to go into that intuition as well. That part, that intuition, tap into it. The Venus energy is almost like combative with the Pluto energy, because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. So these are two powerful planets. And as I said to you guys before, Venus always wins, because Venus is representative of love. If we don't have love in the mix, we cannot, no matter how much ancient wisdom we have, if we don't apply it with love, it just not going to work. So Venus is helping us also get into that energy of love, of oneness, and step into the role we're here to play. The number 9 also plays a role in all of this, to be honest with you, because the number 9 is a humanitarian number. It's a service, service to humanity. It's a master teacher. It holds all the other vibrations from the 1 through the 8. The number 9 holds it, which is all that wisdom that was learned from all those numbers up until the 9. So it's really a master teacher. It's a selfless number. I also look at it as the Christ consciousness number, because it's literally the number of service, healing, and teaching. So whatever we learn, we have to also pass it forward. We have to teach others to do the same. We can't leave anyone behind, anyone that's open and willing to step into their role. So we as people that have been doing this for a while have to teach others, to get into step into their space, into their role that they came to play. Definitely the 9 is the most humanitarian number there is. And I love that energy. And we literally have to own that energy if we are to manifest who we are to become. So all these numbers and all the planets and all of it is just playing such a big role. Now, I don't want to really talk too much about the lunar eclipse, because that's on the next show. It's going to be out that day. But it is an energy of really nothing it's almost like we have to step into the role that we can no longer give up our freedoms. We just can't. And we can no longer just accept what is. We have to, and I've said this before, there's a saying that says, allow me to accept the things that I can't change, right? Something like that. What is it? Let me
accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Exactly.
The serenity to accept the things I cannot change.
Yes, that's it. So now we can't just accept the things we cannot change. We have to change the things we cannot accept. That's the new energy.
Yeah.
So if there's something you can't accept, you have to change it.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Really interesting stuff. Back when I was coaching in that one program, we used to, after hearing this from my clients for too many times, I wish, I had said what I thought of saying when it occurred to me to say it, things would have gone differently. Or, I knew I should have done this and I didn't. And now look what's happened, right? And I used to remind people, if it's given to you, it's yours to do.
Yes, 100%.
We really got to start stepping into taking that, the initiative for one thing, right? But having that confidence that if it was presented to you and with an urge to take action or an urge to speak something, then do that. It's been given to you for a reason, right?
Yes.
It's not sent to torture you and make you, after the fact go, I could have had a V8, about the whole thing. It's for you to take action on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I also believe with that, if you don't take it, it will be passed on to someone else because someone has to do it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so-
How many $1 million ideas have you had that somebody else banked on?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
These ideas hit the neural net, of the planet globally.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And if you're one of the receivers for that idea and you don't take action on it, there will be other people in other areas that will take action on it.
100%.
So
Yeah,
don't worry
definitely.
about how nothing's ever given to you.
Yes.
It's that you just have to be open to receive it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And then you have to also not stand in your own fear and be able to walk through it. Now, honestly, this is not me saying, oh, well, I don't have fear and I've walked through and done everything.
Oh, yeah.
No, we all, we've all had those moments
Yes.
where we let the fear of, stay in,
Yes.
the fear govern the direction that we went.
Mm-hmm.
For me, fear is just false evidence appearing real. And every time I remind myself of that, it makes it easier for me to say, okay, I need to get out of my head because this space is far bigger than this space.
Yeah.
Everything out here is so much bigger than right here. And get out of my head and work the system, see what comes up.
I always say too, you are who you say you are. So if you say you're less than, then you become less than. If you say you whatever, then you become that. And so we really have to.
I'm a unicorn.
Hey, I thought I was a unicorn. You slay dragons.
Right.
With my horn.
Okay. All right.
So we definitely
Actually,
have to.
if you follow it across cultures, the scorpion, the unicorn, and the dragon are all the same entity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, see, there you go. I have it all covered.
You do. And I got it double covered on the down low.
You do. It's all good. Yes.
Definitely. Let's become the phoenix, right?
There you go.
I like being a phoenix. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
That's
That's
awesome.
good energy. I love that one.
Yeah.
So yes, but it's going to be exciting.
So that's what that energy is all about. I feel like on the 8th, there's going to be a lot of things happening because these energies also are creating what we call in astrology a T-square. And a T-square is when all the fixed planets, which is Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius, are in a fixed square. And so they're fixed. Like I feel that there's going to be, there's going to be a lot of accountability that needs to take place. And there's going to be a lot of things that we will not accept any longer. Yeah. We are going to change the things we cannot accept. And that's what's going to happen on the 8th, I promise you, because those eclipses, they're playing off with one another and creating that T-square. And the T-square is, like I said, it's very fixed, intense energy.
You think that the world woke up surprised in November of 2016. There's going to be a lot of surprises happening on the 9th.
I agree with you 100%, Gayle. 100%. 100%.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's
talk. Krista.
What? Yeah.
With that, I'll give it to Krista.
Yes.
Well,
go ahead. Go ahead, Krista.
I was going to say, or do we have another little commercial that you have?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Show them the new stickers, Damaris, that Krista sent you today. Oh my gosh.
Krista.
Yep.
Damaris got a package.
Oh my God. Her packages are the best.
I love to vibrate responsibly.
She puts flower petals, crystals.
That's my favorite.
Hold on.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, and I found your sticker, by the way, today. I know what I'm making for your sticker.
I'm so excited.
I know exactly. Oh, flip it.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. See? Yay!
I just want to take that vibrate responsibly one and take it to like the CVS and stick one on every box of vibrators.
Okay. Well, you see, you can do that, or you can use it the way it's supposed to be. Own your energy, people. Vibrate responsibly.
Yes. And then this beautiful card. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I just love the colors too. I always think of the chakra colors.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's one. I didn't think of that when I got that for you.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is, I want to say, well, it's made on recycled paper. It's created. It's one of the convents here. Ooh. So that bracelet is very special. Ooh. It is handmade by a young lady who I have known since, well, I can't say knee high to a grasshopper because I met her when she was a teenager. And her name is Tertia Powell. Actually, I think she's married, so I don't know her new married name. But yes, she used to babysit the kids, and her mom and her sister own a store in Fredericksburg. Oh. But I've been buying earrings from Tertia and bracelets because she makes everything with so much love. Nice. So yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And it's all, and she infuses each piece she makes with Reiki as she's making the pieces. So yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm going to cherish it.
Excellent. Well, happy anniversary. And Gayle, hopefully yours will be in the mail.
I'm sure it'll be here when I go out to the mailbox this afternoon, but mail delivery hasn't arrived yet today. Okay, so let's see, the 22nd from 11 to 1 p.m. for Sue and Joanne, because I was just looking at it. I have an excuse to go to Leominster, but that's on a Tuesday, and we'll be doing the show between 11 and 1. So I got a 2-hour drive to Leominster for that event that day because I'll be on the air. Unless
I was going to say, unless you do it from there.
We might be able to make that work.
I'm like,
well, here I am inviting myself to other people's party. I haven't been invited.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think she'll mind. See, Tracy's saying do the show in Leominster. I don't disagree. Okay.
Oh, see, now I got an official invitation. There we go. Awesome. There we go.
Yeah, so you can go to Leominster, and then we can
show from Leominster.
And you can do the show from Leominster. We'll just do the show in one. You can do the show in one part. They'll make it work.
Yeah, they will. They'll be bustling around doing their thing. I'll have them in the background.
Awesome.
There you go.
Absolutely.
All right, how much fun. Okay, go ahead. Let's do me. All right, I was dancing. Okay, so this week's crystal of the week, y'all, is ruby. Mm-hmm. I was really excited that it was ruby for a number of reasons. One is, and I was wondering if Damaris was going to talk about this, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to talk about it, is Mars has just gone into retrograde. So for those of you who are feeling like things have been coming up that you hadn't taken care of, or that you're getting your dander up, or, getting yourself all excited, I want to make sure. Oh, sorry. Here it is. I want you to keep something in mind. I want you to have a ruby, because I'll tell you why. It's going to help you, because it's a root. It grounds us. It's a nice grounding stone. But the other thing is it is connected to Mars as well. That is the planet it is connected with. So I was so excited because I was listening to my friend Elizabeth Peru, who's down under. She's down in Australia. And I was listening to her talk about this Mars retrograde. And she actually gave me this wonderful and brilliant idea, which is rather than as the energy is bubbling up, because remember, Mars is all about fire, right? Mm-hmm. And if I say something wrong, Damaris, you just tell me, right? Yeah. Am I doing it? Okay, cool. Because this is not my strong suit. However, I'm very passionate. For some reason, I really feel like that people need to understand that this particular retrograde isn't here to halt our life. It's here to break through our life. Yeah. You know, to break through those things that we've kind of cast off to the side and said, hey, I'll deal with you next week. Well, your next week is here. Just saying, you know, your someday is today. All right. All the excuses that we give, it's now. Mm-hmm. So as things are coming up, what and the energy is building up, a great question, and I'll tell you how it's going to work with the ruby. A great question to ask is, how do I use this fire energy in a productive way? Because we get ourselves all, you know, people can get themselves excited. And I'm saying this because, of course, we do have in the United States elections happening. There's going to be a lot of people who's getting excited, and there's going to be group think. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be positive group think, and there's going to be negative group think. Mm-hmm. Remember, mob mentality is static. No, not static. It's kinetic. Mm-hmm. And it is one of those things. It can go from a small positive thing into a not, or it can go from a small fire into a huge roaring, bonfire.
Uncontrollable fire.
A very uncontrollable one. So my challenge or my suggestion, especially with a lot of the things that are going on, in particular, not just in the United States. Yeah. I mean, we're dealing with some pretty awesome tensions over here too, y'all. We have this bear
dealing with a lot.
We have this bear that seems to think that, he's a grizzly. And it's like, dude, you're like a black bear, okay? Simmer down. Just simmer down and get back in your cage.
Well, Joanne's got a really good question. How do we use the fire energy in a productive way? Because usually fire energy can be very destructive, right?
You're right. It can be. But think about, okay, so that is going to be a question that you ask universe or source. And then you need to kind of take a deep breath and see what comes to you. That's the reason why Ruby is going to be really good. Because Ruby grounds, Ruby connects to that energy. And so I did a little bit of sitting and researching. And the things that came up for me when I was looking up Ruby was that what it's telling us for right now is we need its strength. Mm-hmm. Rubies are known for their strength. I mean, they are considered to be regal stones. Right? They're considered to be very royal, very protective. Mm-hmm. So we want to use this energy and use the strength that a ruby has, or that it emulates and reminds us to also seek out what our truth is. Mm-hmm. Because it's also one of those stones that will help us. Because when you're grounded and when you're thinking of your root chakra, it's about you. It's about your home. And I'm not talking about the brick and mortar that you live in. I'm talking about your
domicile.
I'm sorry, your what?
Domicile.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not talking about just the domicile. I'm talking about you, your physical.
Well, just you, the flesh body. The meat domicile that your spirit lives in.
Okay, the meat okay, I was going to think of it more like a temple. I don't know. All right, yeah, I'll go with that. That works. It works along the whole, Halloween, Day of the Dead tomorrow. I'll work with it. I'm rolling with you. All right. So, but you need to talk. You need to connect into your truth. So the ruby is here to remind us with this Mars energy about connecting to our strength. finding our truth and being able, and when I say stand in your truth, I don't mean stand in your truth to the point where your ego takes over.
Yeah.
And that means that you have to be right.
Although it could with that Mars energy.
And that's it. And it could be. So here's one of the other things. There's always somebody smarter in the room. Mm-hmm. All right. Of course. You are, if you keep that in mind, you, no matter where you're at, you can learn something from somebody else that helps to keep ourselves humbled. And trust me, hi, my name is Krista. I am a Scorpio, and I can let my ego go get ahead of me. And it's something I work on quite a bit. And so, rein it in. But so the other thing that I thought that was really cool when I was thinking and when I was sitting with this, and I'm using a list that I get from the Crystal Council with, that have trigger words. Another one is trust. But the trust is trust your own truth. Yeah. We have a tendency to think that that trust and truth they're like really far apart, but really and truly they're, like next to each other, especially when it's ourselves. Mm-hmm. And so the ruby is just such a great one. I have a little ruby that actually has a triangle, a raised triangle on it. And it was really funny. I was just thinking before I came on the show, I'm like, I need to go grab it and pull it out. Sadly, I didn't because I was busy doing it.
I have one. I'm going to grab one.
You go grab yours, because here's the thing. Keep this with you. Mm-hmm. And don't just keep it with you this week. Carry it for the month. Carry it from now until the end of the year. Yeah, just like that. Nice. Carry that with you. Keep it near you for the rest of the year. See how this energy is going to work. I forget when Mars goes out of retrograde, but this is definitely one of those stones. Damaris is always saying, Krista, give a prescription. Here's my prescription. Carry that sucker.
You were talking about, I think Joanne was talking about how can we use that Mars energy. Mars is really also our passion. What are we passionate about, and igniting that passion, although that it has to be a passion that is not of the flesh, if you will. Yeah. It has to be, it has to be a passion.
I always think of Jesus in the temple overturning the tables. There's righteous anger, like that is. Or there's self-righteous anger, which is when the ego gets involved and I must be right. You must be wrong. Right. But there's that, like that you just said, that passion, like this is done. Yes. We are changing what we cannot accept.
Yes.
Right.
Point blank.
Yeah.
And honestly, so that also works with the ruby. Mm-hmm. Because exactly what you just said, the changing things that we cannot accept, because that's all about truth. Mm-hmm. That's about your truth. And remember, as I love this fire and this determination, but it's not our personal job to convince others that they have to follow suit. Does that make sense? Yeah. Because you can plant the seed. We can water the garden. We can watch it grow. However, it's not our job. The horse, you can only bring it to the water. You can't force it to drink.
You said something, I had to write it down so I didn't forget. And you said, like your truth. But a lot of people feel like their truth is that they're not good enough. They're not worthy. Mm-hmm. And so that's their truth. That's how they feel. So they have to.
That's a lie they bought from somebody else.
Yeah.
That's not their truth.
That's not their truth.
But in their mind, that they feel that.
But there's a difference. There's a huge difference when it comes to your truth and the dialogue that you put in your brain and the dialogue that someone else contributed to your brain.
Yeah.
Your truth is what excites you.
Yeah.
Your truth is what gets your
passion.
The fire burning from within.
Yeah.
It's like your truth is, it can be, your truth is that rather than being a lawyer, I'm just going to use, because this is an easier concept, that your truth is that you secretly are a singer, right? And you have this glorious voice, and that's where your passion lies. That's where your truth is. What you're doing by being a lawyer is you're making money.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
exactly how we could use the Mars energy to get us to that passion of who we really are.
Yeah. So ultimately we get, as Gayle is really fond of pointing out, we use words incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I learned today, so with the English language, is we have more words in the English language than I guess any other language.
Mm-hmm. Well, but we follow other languages down an alley, beat the crap out of them, and steal their words.
Exactly. We beg, borrow, steal, and use their words. But the other aspect is that we, in the English language, our words have a tendency to have double meanings.
Oh, yeah.
Not double meanings as in like
hidden meanings.
That's it. The hidden meanings. And that's what makes it hard for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So the ruby, I can't, I mean, I've been excited about stones before, but I just can't tell you how much of a jackpot I thought this was. Mm-hmm. It was like, yes, this just, I mean, they always line up perfectly, but oh my gosh, this is so perfect.
The other day, and I just want to add to what you're saying. The other day I wrote on my Facebook page, your mess is your message. Because your message is mess, and it's also sage. So you become a messenger of your mess. You become the sage of it because you've learned through your mess. And so now you become sort of like a teacher within that mess. And words, have hidden meanings. And so,
they do. And that was very good. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, I am all done for today. If anybody has questions, as well as Joanne, she has quite a few, but if any, and thoughts, but any questions about Ruby and how it can be further used, just during this time, especially with the Mars retrograde, go ahead, put them in and I'll get to it and answer it for you. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, yes. It's the Coven of Joy, our Patreon members. Thank you all.
It looks like we're growing.
We are growing. It is amazing. And thank you. And I just, those of you who want more time one-on-one with all of us, Gayle, Damaris, and myself, we do a little bit of extra stuff over there on our Patreon page. And, you go over, become a member, or if you have questions, message one of us or message me. I guess I'm the person. Yeah. Message me.
Krista,
and then I'll answer those questions.
Yes. She's got all the inside information, literally. Yes.
Literally.
Awesome. All right. So let's talk.
That music.
I know, right? So like Krista said already, they all fall into place. It's amazing how all of it comes together week after week after week. We're talking about that solar eclipse. We're talking about that Mars energy, the retrograde, Mars in Gemini, which is the air and the intellect. So we've got this pinpoint passion behind what it is that we're thinking about and what it is that we intend to bring forth into the world. And also that ability to take a stand for what is allowable and what is no longer tolerable.
Yes, 100%.
And we've got that passion and those words to say, you shall not pass. No, we're done with this. We're done allowing this stuff to continue on,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
stepping into the truth of our own power. Now, I love what Damaris brought up earlier, because you were talking about people think like this unworthiness is their truth.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not. You're absolutely right in putting that across, but I'm telling those people right yet now, yeah, it's not. It's not your truth. Like Krista was saying, your truth will give you passion, will give you fire, will give you the urge to take action, right? No one has ever been lit up about being worthless.
Really?
So funny.
Yeah, no.
You know, I mean, we just don't get lit up. I'm a piece of crap. Yeah. People go there. It's unnatural. Okay.
Unless it's a sitcom, you know, and
Yes.
then
Yes. So funny.
Yeah, you get that the goofy, stupid dad archetype. Yeah. No.
yeah.
But no, the truth really, truly will set you free. But first, it may piss you off a little bit.
And make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Really uncomfortable.
Yeah. And now is your time to actually be in that uncomfortable zone, right? No longer in your comfort zone.
Mhm.
You're being pulled out of your comfort zone. And you may want to have a little bit of a fit. Okay? That's completely natural. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. No, it's cold out there. Give me the blanket back. 5 more minutes, Mom. 5 more minutes, please. No. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up.
It is time.
Yes,
Yes.
it's time to take action. It's time to put your feet on the floor and take your few, precarious steps forward. I'm 54 now. My ankles are shot. Those first few steps when I get out of bed are really shaky in the morning. But you know what? I keep going because it's wrong to pee on the floor.
Well, it depends what color underwear you're wearing. So
That was hilarious. Oh my gosh.
oh my gosh, that was
I like
great.
that. I like that.
So whatever your version of peeing on the floor is, right? Just keep going. Take those next steps because you don't want to get caught there with your pants down. So at any rate, what you want to do is take on that mantle of Empress-ship. Okay.
I love that. Sounds like that feminine energy that I was talking about from the Taurus, right?
No one gets lit up for being a loser. They just don't. It's not the reality. All right. So here's the thing. Yes. Yes, we've got to make that work, Krista, somehow.
We have to.
Okay, I'll write it down.
Write it down.
Eyeliner is bleeding into my eyes, people. Oh, yes. You know what? You're right, Joanne. We never did. We haven't done an underwear check in a
We
while.
haven't.
Black. Black.
Red.
Red.
Awesome.
Fiery, Krista.
I am. I'm like, woo, baby.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Oh my
So here's the
gosh.
thing. Here's the thing we want to like keep in focus for today. Living like an empress, okay? Now, empresses are not princesses, right? They're not light, they're not fluff, they don't need rescuing. These bitches run the show.
That's right.
All right? And maybe I should call it witches. These witches run the show. All right?
Yeah.
They have already planted their seeds. Their garden is vibrant and ready to harvest. They have wealth. They have perpetual wealth because they have wealth in the storehouse. They have wealth growing on the vine. All right? This is the mindset to absorb and to step forward in, right? That beingness. Harry's got blue underwear on.
Awesome.
Awesome. Woo-hoo! Allison
Ooh, I'm green.
You. Awesome. Phenomenal. All the witches, raise your hands. Yep.
All the witches, raise your hands. Yep.
All right. So that's where we're going forward, right? Like Krista's prescription. You're going to carry the ruby for the whole month. You're going to stay grounded in gratitude for this whole month. You're going to know where your power comes from. You are going to operate with interior spiritual wealth. Everything you need, you have more than what you need of it, right? At all times. And if you need something that you don't presently have in your possession, know that it will be given to you. All you have to do is claim it, literally. I mean, Joanne and I were talking about this morning. This instant manifestation stuff is blowing my mind. Joanne, you want to come on for that for a second?
You caught me shaking my head.
Yeah, I mean, just the instant manifestation that the two of us have been talking about this last week. Yesterday, I was thinking I should reach out to the landlady of the house that I'm supposed to move into, and her we put off my move-in date. And I was thinking about this yesterday, and I thought, no, I'll talk to her tomorrow because that would be my move-in date. That would have been today. Yesterday, she sent me a text message saying the house is ready for you whenever you're ready.
Wow.
So she reached out to me to answer the question I was asking in my head.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know, Joanne, you had one too, right?
Yes. In fact, it has to do with you guys. Yesterday, I was literally saying to myself, wow, I feel like I'm going to be on the 3 Crones. And Gayle reached out to me this morning.
Here you are.
Yeah.
You want to be on the 3 Crones?
This morning. So literally, that's the example, ladies and gents out there. All you have to do is put it out that you are willing to receive that, and boom, people will be reaching out to you to give it to you.
Yep. And Gayle, if we can add to that, because it doesn't just work in reference to all the positive things, it also works in reference to things you don't want.
Oh,
So
yeah. Oh, yeah.
To be mindful of what it is you are thinking about at the moment, because it's going fast. So you're not going to have a chance to sort of pull it back in.
Yeah. There's no opportunity for close, cancel, back up.
Yeah, no, it's like
very thin.
Yeah, once the bell's rung, it's rung. You know, and so make sure you're ringing it for what you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent way to put that, Krista. Thank you so much. And thank you, Joanne.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne. I have a question for you, Gayle.
Okay.
All right, so we're talking about this energy of the Mars energy and the passionate, and we're talking about the ego. The number 9 really is saying only the meek will inherit the earth. So how do you balance that ego with the meek?
Well, here's the thing. When that saying from the Bible, right? The meek shall inherit the earth.
But that's also the vibration of the 9.
Meek are better people than the others. But because the aggressive are going to kill each other off. Okay? And, you know, we're going to be seeing this, especially over the next week or so with the elections and stuff. You see all the kinds of where people, you know, the aggressive politicos are battering at the
commercials, the ads.
And they're going to take themselves out of the game because nobody likes to see that shit.
I don't.
I think we're all done with it.
It's going, you know, I'd kind of like the job because I'd like to do this, and this. Are the one that's going to be the one that's
not the one attacking the other, because that's
right. Yeah, exactly.
I don't like it.
That aggressive crap is so yesterday.
Yeah,
you know? Mudslinging is passe.
That's what they do. A lot of them.
Exactly. So just because it says meek doesn't mean it means weak.
Yes, I love that. That's another one. Write that down, Krista.
I'm writing.
Just because. Go ahead, Gayle.
So yeah, don't be thinking that you have to let people walk all over you to be the last one standing. You know, all you got to do is stand back and let the people that are going with the destructive passion, you know, And when the dust clears, you're going to be fine because you've lived with integrity. You know where your power comes from. You know that you have the riches of the kingdom because you are a child of the highest king.
Love it.
Yes. So that's where to come from with this. And yeah, don't fall into the trap that if you want to be included among the meek, that means that you don't have to say anything when shit goes down.
That's right.
You just have to be in integrity and come from love when shit goes down, because love, the planet of love, Venus, will win out.
Always win. And that's why that energy of the 9 is you have to know when to use your power, really.
Absolutely. Right, Tracy? Absolutely. You're gonna have to replay to get all the little bits.
I think we're all gonna have to do that. I'm writing down fast.
Yes.
All right. Well, and here, this is the next level of it. Today's card of the day is the King of Pentacles, right? And this guy is all about the wealth. I mean, he's got the Empress down, definitely, right? I want to tell you about this. It's wealthy, successful, practical, materialistic, stubborn, conservative, boss, loving father, right? So that's the masculine energy that goes with all of this, with that living like an empress, like, all of the, sorry, people want to call me at this moment, because I am open to receive. Anyway.
Open to receive, yes.
Absolutely. So but you get with that, the conservative, the boss, the loving father, there are rules to this, right? There is a right way to think. There is a right way to act. And that has nothing to do with the ego or being right. It's about what's going to get you to the results that you want.
That's right.
There is the acting with integrity. I was talking to somebody yesterday about the word holy, right? And it doesn't mean I'm better than you. It means holy means you have all your parts. What else means you have all your parts? Integrity. The ship has integrity or it does not have integrity, right?
That's right.
And you want it to have integrity.
Yes,
of course.
Otherwise, then it becomes a one-time submarine.
I mean, it's like we're tired of empty promises. You know what I mean? You gotta deliver. You gotta deliver.
Exactly. You have to have that integrity. So having integrity is actually holy. It's wholeness, right?
Yes.
And that's the way to be. So you got to know your rules. You got to know what you can do in order to get the results that you want. You got to know where to stand and where to claim what it is that you want to receive. So today, spend some time thinking about your financial situation. Remember, come back around to wealth. And this is the first of the month for a lot of us. This is, payday for a lot of us, right?
It is payday.
And planning what it is that you want out of this month, what it is that you want to grow out of the seeds that you can plant. You have good, practical energy around you that's great for organizing your finances today and making money decisions. So be sure to use some of that energy to notice and appreciate your many blessings as well. Remember, what we focus on grows, right? Yes. So focus on what you want more of in your life. If you don't want more of it, don't give it your breath, period. Don't fucking talk about it. Don't fucking complain about it. Claim what it is that you choose to have more of, right? Don't waste your time with anything less. All right. Now, along that lines, oh gosh, I wish I could give more of these comments out, but we really got to move along. We want to say congratulations to this week's Woo Woo giveaway winner, Jody Rafferty. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Of 3 Crones in the Woo Woo. All you got to do is reach out to Damaris, myself, or Krista, and we will get you on our schedules to deliver your gift. Now, for those of you who don't know, the gift is each week we give out a 30-minute reading from one of us 3 Crones. So if you want the reading from me, it'll be an intuitive tarot reading. If you want a reading from Krista, it will be the crystal reading. And if you want a reading from Damaris, that will be a numerology reading. So all you got to do is reach out to one of us and we'll get you right on the schedule. And for those of you who are ready for your next reading, even if you didn't win this week, feel free to reach out to any one of us that you want a reading from, and we will also get you on the schedule for that. It will just come with a small fee. Okay. It won't be the free one. All righty. But we would love to do that for you. And especially right now, because we are getting into that last bit of the year before we hit the ground running for 2023.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely.
Which is a 7-year, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is a 7-year. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Soul searching.
Finding more about what that means. You got to reach out to Miss Damaris.
That's right.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us this week. And we love you very, very much, to all the contributors and all of the people that have supported us over these last 2 years, especially.
Yes.
To Joanne, to Miss Sue, all of you who watch the show faithfully every week. We love you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you again, Sue, for being part of the show this week. We love you as well and appreciate you getting all of this started for us 2 years ago. Take care, everybody, and have a fantastic week ahead. Bye. Bye.